Okay guys, mabuhay maligayang pagbabalik sa aking YouTube channel. Nakita nyo naman, kakaiba ang ginanap na press conference para kay Piolo Pascual. Actually, contract signing niya rin yun with Mentoy Productions sa kung saan ang gagawa nga siya ng pelikulang Malyari at yun ay produce nga ng Mentoy Productions. And of course, ididirect ni Derek Cabrido at ang nagsulat ng kwento ay si Enrico Santos. Nakakaloka ang pelikulang ito dahil tungkol to sa isang pari sa
sige, bibigyan ko sa inyo ng oras, ha? Ito tayo, nakaiingit yung trabaho, sige. Tapos kayo ko. Namiss namin sa pagkakapiro. Namiss namin. Namiss namin.
Yun na nga, so nakakaloka ang character niya dahil 57 katao ang papatayin ng character niya at aabutin ng ilang tatlong role ang gagampanan niya, kaya talagang papahirapan nila sa Piolo dito dahil napakahaba siguro ng kwento ng pelikula. But anyways, yun nga, first time ito ni Piolo na gumawa ng isang horror film na talagang ang kanyang character ay nakakatakot at malayong malayo sa mga pakilig na eksena niya at mga eksena niyang puro rom-com or drama. So, hindi na ganon ang tema ng ito. Just for the first time, makikita natin si Piolo na pumapatay ng ganong karaming tao, no? At naganap nga raw yun, di umano sa Pampanga. At abangan natin dahil ngayon pa lang at sana nga ay makapasok ito sa Metro Manila Film Festival sa December dahil kung mangyayari yun, grabe, star-studded naman ang MMFF at sana nga ay bumalik na ang mga manonood. So, yun lang guys at panoorin natin ang chika ni Piolo para sa pelikulang ito. Okay!
It's gonna be something so special for me. It's not just a horror film, but it's something historical, as some of you might know. And I'm just really honored to be portraying 3 roles that spans 3 timelines. And it's quite exciting because we've been seeing a lot of documentaries from different streaming platforms. What we want to do is do a local take on a serial killer's case, the first documented serial killer, who was Malyari. So I think that's what actually piqued my interest to say yes to this project. And one thing that actually ignited my interest was when this was pitched to me. That same day, I didn't know about Malyari until I actually had to Google him that same day. Because initially I said no, because when they asked me to do 3 roles, I was like, it's gonna be too hard and physically exhausting, and it's a horror film. But that same day when I got the pitch, that same night I was on location. I googled the first or if there was any serial killer in the Philippines, and we found out that it was actually Malyari. So I took that as a sign, and that's when I said, yeah, I think we should do this film. And that same day, we said yes to the project, and we realized the capacity and the kind of impact this has. So we're just really excited to shoot and bring back the interest of the people, of course, to go back to the cinema and watch our film, the silver screen. So I hope you guys can also help us promote, of course, Philippine cinema and having Derek and then, of course, the vision of Sir Brian. I hope this will not just be showcased here in the Philippines, but also abroad. Para na maging proud din po tayo sa ating sarili. Maraming salamat for joining us today.
Thank you so much, PJ. Before we proceed to before we proceed to our Q&A, ang pogi kasi ni Piolo, nagugulo lang.
Oh my God.
Before we proceed to our Q&A,
Bakit ngayon ka lang gumawa ng horror sa lahat ng mga film na ginawa mo? And anong meron dito sa nangyari? Kung bakit ka lang gawin itong horror film na for the first time?
I actually am a fan of horror films. I love watching horror. So, since I got stuck with mga rom-coms, I had no chance to do any horror film. But seeing the project, reading it, and finding out the truthfulness of the person, the character that I was going to portray, I was like, this is something really interesting. And as I've said, when I googled the name Malyari, and it came out as the first documented serial killer in the Philippines. Hindi siya, I mean, of course, it's a fictional film, but it's based on a true story. Sabi ko, there are a lot of films that have been coming out from different countries because of the streaming platforms. We're able to watch them, and I think we should be proud of what we can do as well. So sabi ko, this is going to be really hard for me physically, exhausting, emotionally draining, portraying 3 roles, but I'm up for the challenge because as an actor, you're just a conduit, you're just a vessel. And I'm happy to be given this privilege to be acting for this film because it's quite an interesting story and an interesting character too.
Thank you, Mamamatay.
Depende po sa character. Wala akong choice but to move on because yung ginawa kong pelikula before talaga rin ginagawa ko pa rin yan, lumalagari pa rin ako na walang tigil. So, I have to shake it off every time I finish a project. I have to jump into another one. So, I have no choice but to move on. And in terms of shaking off a character, it never leaves you. But that's the fun part of being an artist. It's a fun part of portraying a character na malalaro mo na hindi ikaw. But of course, there are glimpses and nuances na pwede mong i-integrate sa character. But for this one, I'm just really excited but nervous at the same time. Just like when I took on the role of Sosko Babu for the musical, with my eyes closed, I said yes, and did the same project. It's a privilege. But more than that, yung responsibility mo to take on a character and be that character, kailangan iwan mo na sa set pagkatapos kasi may iba pang trabaho after. So, trabaho. But portraying a character is always what excites me, being different.
Second question ko. Nasabi ko before na hindi ko nagagawa ng teleserye, pero nagkaroon ng pandemya na bagong sistema na ginawa ko ang Tower of Million. Pero nasabi ko parang magbabawas ka na sa paggawa ng mga acting projects, pero neto ngayon meron mga mangyari. Tuloy-tuloy pa rin ba paggawa ko ng mga pelikula?
Bukas may pitching ako ng show, so hindi ko rin po alam eh. Masarap magtrabaho eh. Yun ang siguro binulog ng pandemic sa akin. I just got so bored, doing nothing at home. So sabi ko, after the pandemic, I started accepting everything that came my way. And why not, while you're still in your prime, while you still have the chance to be given this kind of projects na talagang ang sarap lang yung champion. So when I said, hindi na ako magsusok, then tomorrow I have a pitching, hindi ko lang baka magsampulot ako. I'm a sucker for good stories, I'm a sucker for good characters, and I just always take it one day at a time. So now, after my last show yesterday at Iyakan, dito naman tayo sa Magan, so lakas na mga bipolar, diba? Character na naman, hindi ko naman po inuwi. Trabaho lang.
Bawat project mo naman kasi exciting, lalo pa sa kayo kasi sa mga aktor, magkailan lang kayo na natin sa ganung level ng mga Piolo, Mamamatay, siguro ikaw nga si Dennis Trillo, si Tom Martin, Jerry Gonzalez, si Tom Dantes, mapapit sila, pero sa kanila ikaw naman ang pinakamabalik eh.
Wow.
Sa
pure coincidence. So at the end of the day, we're just artists. We're just, we do what we do, and whatever we're given, give it our best. I have respect for Dennis as well. He's a good type of memory, and I'm sure it's going to be fun for both of us.